everyone, welcome to a new vlog. You guessed it, another week in my young professional life. It's chaos. I'm just heading out and I'm heading to an ice skating lesson. My first ever ice skating lesson because Cambridge has an ice arena. I'll tell you more about it later. Woohoo! So much traffic. Absolute miracle I'm here on time. I've got about 5 minutes, so I quite literally have to get my skates on. In the car, it's a really sunny day. I really enjoyed that, you know. The lesson went really quickly. It was a half-hour session. 4 of us in the group, so it wasn't a huge group. There are like loads of different lessons going on at the same time with different instructors around the rink. I was in the level 1 group, so we were the beginners. I think I actually passed most of the exercises or competencies that they make you do. I've ice skated quite a lot growing up, just going to Christmas ice rink, so I could get by on that. Apart from going backwards, that's when I got unstuck and I was not the most graceful person going backwards, but that was a level 2 competency, so pat on the back to me. I think I'm doing okay. Now I'm going to drive home and have a nice evening. Good morning, people. I feel very young today with the pigtail plaits. It gives me first year of university vibes when I wore this hairstyle a lot. It's fine. I'm only leaving the house briefly today to go shopping, so not much room for judgment. Only on YouTube, you guys can judge. As you can see from my comfy clothing, I am just working from home again today. Desk is set up over there. I actually had a super productive day of work yesterday. I think knowing I had the 5 PM deadline to finish work in order to get to ice skating on time was really good for me because it made me really focus in those last few hours of the afternoon. It's only mid-morning right now. I'm actually going to go get a coffee. I'm trying to keep the momentum from yesterday. One of my colleagues who I'm doing some work for right now is in Italy on holiday, and I was supposed to be talking to them in about half an hour's time about the progress I've been making while they've been away, but they've cancelled, which is absolutely fair because they're on holiday. But also I'm like, what if I'm doing the wrong thing? So I need to figure out what I can do to progress things this afternoon that won't need redoing once they review. And in general, I just need to get comfy with the data and what's changed since our last review for the current client I'm working on. Probably the least aesthetic coffee making montage the internet has ever seen, but coffee made, back at desk. Let's get back to it. I'm just popping to the shops, quick food shop, because I have no lunch food in and I'm hungry. Actually so nice to get outside though on a day like this. It's a blue sky. The sun is shining, stretching the legs. I really need to make this part of my daily routine because I always do it when I'm in the office. I will always go out and grab lunch and get some space away from my desk. But working from home, I can just sit down at my desk in the morning and not leave it until the end of the day. It's not good. It's not a healthy lifestyle. Also rocking my Care Bear Crocs today. How cool are these? Shopping obtained. We are now taking a break. Story of my life is basically thinking I can carry more shopping home than I actually can. This is my weights practice. Like honestly, this arm feels dead right now. I just get carried away with the special buys in Aldi. Limited edition shreddies, raspberry and white chocolate flavour. I don't even have any milk to eat these with, but I was like, yeah, I want to try those. Also got myself some Cadbury cake bars. Just as a nice snack during the middle of the day, reward for getting work done. Okay, I think I've taken enough of a break now. My arms have revived themselves a bit to continue the journey home. My go-to lunch has been prepared. It is a chicken, lettuce, Nando's sauce sandwich supreme. And I'm back at my desk because I need to get on with some work. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. And it's 7 o'clock. I finished work for the day. Today was quieter than yesterday. Pretty sure it's because everyone is saving their meetings for tomorrow, which is office day. But I did some thinking, assessed some trends, made some decisions. Because to be an actuary, you have to be quite decisive, you know. You have to apply some expert judgment, weigh up some options that all look fairly reasonable, and you just got to go with one and justify it well. And then discuss it with lots of people and go through loads of iterations until you can find some mutually agreeable solution. Anyway, this video is actually sponsored by LiveXP, which is an online learning platform. You can find language tutors for one-on-one private lessons, and it's available on app and desktop. There's over 30 languages on the platform and over 2,000 tutors. You can actually book a 30-minute trial lesson for only 99 cents, and that is what I'm going to try today. What language do you want to learn? French, please. So this is actually a new feature that LiveXP have launched, where you can be matched with a tutor who has the same interests as you. And then you have common topics to discuss with the tutor, which I think is really cool. You can make a friend in your tutor. My interests are theatre, shopping, pets. Cool, so I've got my interests and goal filters on. I'm going to book for Friday at 6. So yeah, as mentioned, there's a link in the description if you want to book a trial lesson yourself for 99 cents. There's also a link and code PAGE30 for 30% off any LiveXP subscription. So that's a monthly, quarterly or yearly subscription if you want to really stick to learning a language and commit.
Good morning everyone. I'm up early speaking quietly because the neighbours are probably still sleeping. It's not right to be up at this time, but I've got to go to London. You've got to do what you got to do. I'm already up later than I normally would be going to London. I've decided I'm getting the later train, the one after the one that I normally aim for, because A, we've got some DIY to do on the bike, which I'm about to show you. B, I just got bike grease all over my coat. I'm not going into the office like that, so I'm gonna grab another coat. Might even have time to dry my hair before getting on my train. Wouldn't that be a miracle? So yeah. So this is the current sitch where the basket is basically hanging off the bike, but I've used my lock to save it, and so my bag was balanced precariously on this last time I was cycling and it was not good. I'm going to fix this. Here are the tools. Shout out Amazon. Hopefully this is going to work. I want to do one like this tie, just on the other side I reckon. Made it to the station with a good 8 minutes to spare. I think this is the earliest I've been for a train in a long time. Dryish hair, everything's coming together. Gonna be at my desk by 10. So it does mean I'm gonna have to stay a bit later. I have to leave the office probably like 7ish, but that's all right.
Calling at Whittlesford Parkway, Audley End, Tottenham Hale and London Liverpool Street.
Managed to dodge the rain on the cycle ride here, which is a bit of a miracle. I think it's going to start when I reach London, but I've got an umbrella, so I'm prepared. Good evening everyone, I've just got back into Cambridge, and honestly the fact that I haven't vlogged all day pretty much sums up the day. It has been busy. A lot of interacting with colleagues, a lot of chatting, but constructive chatting, so it's been a good day. I've enjoyed it, but I am tired. I left the office around 7. I did have a big lunch from Farmer J's, one of their field trays. I actually can recommend it, it was pretty tasty. I'm still feeling quite full. I had a late lunch as well because I had meetings over lunchtime, so I'm just going to have a light bite to eat, so at least I don't have to cook this evening. Here's a little throwback of the WeWork. I actually miss it a lot. I miss getting my coffee made by the barista in there, and it was just such a nice office space. I was lucky to work there for a year. But also time moves on, and like all my old colleagues who I used to work in the WeWork with and who I had nice times there with have all moved jobs too or moved away. That's the kitchen that I used to sit in. I've just shut down my computer. It's the weekend, got that Friday feeling. It's actually bank holiday weekend as well, so I've got 3 days off work, which is really needed because I am starting to panic about study. I've not got huge plans over the weekend, possibly Sunday brunch, but mostly studying. I've had a more relaxed day working from home today. I've tried to minimize calls where I can, and when I've had calls, I've tried to make them short because I just need to get on with actually doing the tasks rather than too much more discussion, which mostly happened yesterday. One of the consultants emailed me saying they were broadly pleased with my progress from the week, so at least that's good. And I'm just gonna take a seat with my laptop and do a French lesson with Live XP. So I have my video up here, I can mute my mic when I like to, stop my video when I like to. I like this note-taking feature, you can take your notes throughout your lesson. Dinner is served. I've got Mean Girls on TV. Life is good. I just want to eat and switch off. Smile away, boys. Smile away.
About you, they say that you're a homeschooled jungle freak who's a less hot version of me.
Popped into town just to get a change of scene, and I'm going to go treat myself to some sort of coffee in a chain coffee shop and set up with my laptop and do some more studying. I think the problem is my desk, like I just don't feel ready to study at my desk right now, so let's try something different. People, hello. I am just sitting here quite chilled on my couch, surfing the net. Well, what I've actually been doing is figuring out whether I want to buy a Dyson Airwrap or not. I just don't know. And then I'm actually tempted by this Revlon styler that's like £35 at the moment from Asda. And it's got really good reviews. I don't know if I'll be able to even use it. These things are complicated. I can do maths, but I can't do hairstyling. It is not one of my strengths. But really, that's just a distraction. I've also had my past papers up. I think I'm getting a bit tired though. I am forgetting how simple maths works right now. I've got a log normal distribution that I need to find the 80th percentile of. I've got some statistical tables, but they're sitting all the way across the room from me. I don't know if I can be bothered to go and get them. There's my orange tables. Here it is. I remember being so excited when this came in the post. Formulae and tables for examinations of the Institute and Faculty of Actuaries. Basically, this formula book has always been allowed in the actuarial exams. Now they're open books, so you're allowed anything, but you will often be referencing this formula book during an exam. And if I flip right to the back, you can see the pages are getting a little bit dogged now where I've used it. Statistical tables for probabilities, normal distribution, t-distribution, chi-squared distribution, F distribution, Poisson distribution, here we go, binomial distribution, and pseudo random values from a uniform distribution. Beautiful. Also just spotted this in the background of my clip. This is some artwork I did recently. Let me know what you think, but I'm super proud of it. My friends did a painting party and they just gave everyone a blank canvas. Did kind of cheat by looking up how to draw Piglet tutorial online, but I feel like I executed it well, and I didn't have a particularly thin brush, so it was really hard to do the black line details. So it's a little bit off. I ran out of blue paint, so we've gone for a blotchy background rather than a solid background, but I think the overall effect from a distance, pretty good. I'm probably just about to head up to bed. I do need to do my washing up actually. Just remembered that, but after that I'm going to go to bed. I'm going for brunch tomorrow morning. The brunch is with a boy that I've been seeing for dates recently. I don't want to jinx anything, but it is going quite well. I do rather like them. I've mentioned a few times in vlogs that I've been on the dating scene a while now. Surely it's about time that I have some luck here. Not giving you guys any more information than that because it's a little bit private, but that's where I'm going for brunch tomorrow. With that said, I've got to be at brunch at Hot Numbers in Cambridge, which is really good and I haven't been there for a while, at 10 o'clock in the morning. Now that's quite early for a Sunday morning, especially for me. I'm not an early riser these days. Ever since I've given up coxing, I have been having my weekend lie-ins and loving it. But tomorrow, we're getting started early, brunch early, then back to study again. Let's do it. Oh, what a beautiful morning. I'm just about to head out for brunch. Grabbing my handbag, drawing all the curtains. Let's get going. I'm just cycling back from brunch and a nice walk. It did start to rain though at the end of the walk, which kind of cut it short, but Hot Numbers is good. I mean, it's a lot better than the Costa coffee I had yesterday. Good bacon sandwich. I feel refreshed. Hot Numbers is actually very popular in Cambridge. They sell their coffee beans as well, so a fair few people purchase coffee beans from there. Their cake selection looks so good. I had to resist getting one as a study snack.
Hello, I am back at home, getting into study mode. I need to reply to an email actually. My second cousin has just had their place at Cambridge confirmed. I'm so excited for them. They absolutely smashed their A-level results and now they're going off to university and going to be having that same Cambridge experience that I had. So just trying to be helpful there and offer them any advice or guidance that they need. And I am looking at doing a mock exam today. All of the study materials for the actuarial exams are provided by ACTED, the actuarial education company, and the ACTED tutors actually do a script marking service where you can do a mock exam and then submit it and they'll give you feedback on how you did. I definitely should have done this last session and I didn't, and maybe that's part of the reason why I failed last time, because it's hard to know what the examiners are looking for these written exams. They're not maths. There is no objectively right answer. It's much more subjective. There's a lot more exam technique going on here that you need to wrap your head around. It's so much about structuring your answers and knowing the right amount of breadth and depth to give. So I think actually having my paper attempts marked is a very, very good exercise. However, I've just checked and the deadline is the 30th of August, which is 3 days away, meaning I basically need to do the mock exam this afternoon. My company pays for these learning materials, so they'll pay for the mock exam marking. That's pretty standard in the UK for actuarial students. Companies sponsor your studies, so you're not out of pocket yourself when taking these exams, because trust me, the study materials are expensive, as are the exams themselves. The fees are pretty big per exam. Like, if I think about the total amount I've paid for exams and study materials across all 13 exams once I qualify, I reckon I'll have racked up at least 20,000 maybe of study expenses, which, I don't know, considering I'm only a part-time student, that feels like quite a lot. Okay, distance learning products. SP7. I don't think I'm going to get the ebook today. That's the issue. They sometimes take time processing your order, so I can access the ebook as soon as they process my order, but it's bank holiday tomorrow. This is a spanner in the works because I'm working on Tuesday. I'm probably going to get my order confirmed on that day. Why am I so disorganised? Orders for ebooks are usually processed in 2 to 3 working days. This is not good. Anyway, I'm going to get on with some study. I'm going to do a timed paper this afternoon, irrespective of if I can get it marked or not. Quite meta, but I've spent most of this evening doing a rough cut of this vlog because I want to get this finished by end of day tomorrow. But now it's time for bed.
Hey vlog, so I'm here with my parents. Yay! They're back in Cambridge. It's bank holiday Monday. We're all off work and we've just been to Evans Cycles to look at bikes. Considering getting a bike on the Ride to Work scheme, which my company participates in, which means I can pay in instalments and basically get the bike at a reduced cost of what I would normally get it for. And my current bike it's not in a good state. I was thinking about getting it serviced, but then is the service really worth it when the bike is worth so little? So it's all food for thought. It was good to go in, very helpful guy in there. And now we are heading into the main town centre, going to the Grand Arcade. My mum wants to go to John Lewis, which is dog friendly, so we love that. Little Buster will be coming in and going to grab some lunch as well. What are you looking for today, Buster? Some lipstick? Here we are, having lunch.
We're spending a long time in the shop, no one's buying anything.
We're just figuring out the logistics of putting my blade up, which I won last year. I think ideally I'd like it above the kitchen walkway because the picture of us when we got blades is nice below the blade itself. Parents are standing in place so I can stand back and assess what I think. I think this is the best position for it, to be honest.
Right, how are you going to hang it?
That's a great question, Ma. I'm not sure. I actually don't know how to put a blade up on the wall. It's not a very common thing that people need to do, so Google doesn't really have the answers, so some brainstorming might be required.
Let's put it the other side and just have a look.
Yeah, the alternative option is up this side, but I think it will look a bit messy. Like, I think it works well up here. That was my vision, that it would hang down a little bit.
Yeah. But there's one already there, like that.
Yeah.
But then just hang some bits of leather around it.
Well, actually, there's one here as well, look.
Yeah, get some leather shoelaces or something. Hang it down by
Oh,
leather.
it's going to knock.
But imagine if it fell.
Yeah, what if it falls on someone's head? They're sitting here onto steps.
This needs to be secure.
And it is now the evening. My parents have gone, and when I say evening, it is late evening. We are at 11:30. I do need to work tomorrow. Sadly, the bank holiday is coming to a close. Thanks for watching. Please do give the video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel. Follow my other socials, links are in the description, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye.